I always get everything set up except my mic. Hey everybody, I should be live. Let me focus on your live stream and let YouTube insert ads for you. No, I don't think so. How does that even work? YouTube just randomly sticks ads in. How do I even know when they're doing it? I don't trust that. Hi Sticks, he says, I call 47th place and 150th. You can have them. If I'm right, we're more or less at the point where the Cybercats finally make their big hello to the humans and demand fish. Hi Kalila, my name is not Natalie, it's Dina. My last name is Natalie, but I don't go by that. Hi Death's Head. Anyway, I'm good. I hope you're doing well too, Kalila. We're still coloring the other page. I'd forgotten it wasn't finished. I know. I brought up, I'm like, oh, let me bring up the last page I was working on, and then I looked at it, I'm like, oh crap, I haven't finished that one yet. So yeah, let me get this music started. It's too quiet in here. Let me move Winamp over here temporarily. Yes, I use old school Winamp. Why not? Oh yeah, I think lately I've been starting with Panzer Dragoon Saga and Castlevania Bloodlines. So I think I will do that again. And once that runs out, I'll move on to other music. Hi Neo. Never have any complaints about PDS, yeah. Hopefully this... Oh, nope, it's playing Echo. Why are you playing Echo? I guess I didn't double click on that. Here we go. I don't think I've changed the speaker setting since last time, so if it's too loud, let me know. Turn it down a little on my end, though. What did you miss? Nothing. I haven't even started yet. I haven't even put up my hair yet, which I'm going to do right now, because I don't know, my hair, I don't like having my hair down these days. The Boomy Drums title screen, yeah. Shady Cows for the win. Hi, Artie. Haven't put your ears on either, I know. I'm so unprepared. Oh, since the last art stream. Well, I don't know which one you were at, but probably not very much. I haven't streamed in a couple weeks, so... Basically, these two panels are finished. This one still needs shading added. Would love to know what Dina thinks of the Silent Hill 2 remake and gameplay. Actually, I did a reaction to that trailer. Yeah, I did a reaction to that trailer. What's it called? Silent Hill, crap, what is that called? Hang on, let me, Silent Hill Transmission, is that what it was called? Anyway, I did a reaction to that. I did it live. I had like a live reaction, and then I went back and edited it. Content, I'm trying to, yeah, look up reacting to Silent Hill Transmission 2 edited. Unless you want to watch the one where I reacted live, but there's a lot of chat in that one. Upskirt shot on the guy. Notice there's a lot of shading in there. But What did I think of the Silent Hill 2 remake so far? Like, I don't hate it, but I'm not super impressed either, I guess. Hi, Taijan. Shady cow, shady cow. Y'all are still on the cows from like 2 pages ago, or yeah, it was 2 pages ago, I think. No, not Ascension. I'm talking about the, yeah, wrong name. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Silent Hill, the silenting. By the way, I'm also doing a edited version of when I streamed myself reacting to the Silent Hill movie. Part 1 is already available for patrons as of yesterday, but it's going to go public next Friday. So you'll be able to watch the first half of that, edited down and with movie footage added. Should be a better experience than having to watch the movie separately. Silent Hill's still ashing out of season. Hi, D Gil Vids. I always struggle with your name every time. Hashtag we will never forget the cows from 2 pages ago. You guys are such dorks. Hi, Johnny. I don't know who cares to know about this, but like, it used to be occasionally in a stream someone would ask what I was drinking, and I'd got in the habit of saying, oh, I'm drinking this flavor of Crystal Light this time, and I'm gonna have to stop drinking those, I think, because I recently discovered that they have maltodextrin in them, which is supposed to like really spike your blood sugar. So I'm trying to transition to the like Mio, the liquid drink enhancers like Mio, and I don't know, man. It doesn't have... There's some flavors in the Crystal Light line that I just really like. Oh my god, I forgot to put my cat ears on. And I don't like having to give those up. I suppose I could keep them around and just have them like once in a while. Sorry, you guys. I've been trying really hard to lose weight this year, and I just kind of have diet stuff on the brain all the time. I'm actually thinking of maybe making a separate YouTube channel for talking about that stuff, or maybe a TikTok or Instagram or something. I don't know, though. I will be doing cooking with Dina after the stream. I'm too full, going to be making pasta with goat cheese and a ton of vegetables and nuts. That sounds interesting. I haven't had goat cheese in a while. I forget what it tastes like, but I don't recall it being like bad or anything. Hashtag dorks forever. Dina's switching to vodka. There you go. I have to worry about spiking my blood sugar, so I gotta switch to vodka. I love moo. I know that was a typo, but that makes me think of the cow reference a few comments ago. The cows got to you too, huh? Okay, let me pop out the chat. Yeah, for what it's worth, I am working on the next page. I'm not as far into it as I'd like to be, but it's... You remember how the first page, the very first panel was like a cityscape with tons of people walking around? The next page has 2 panels of that. I've been procrastinating so long. Last night I finally broke down and drew all of the building details for like the first panel. And I still have to do the second, but I at least made a pretty good dent in it last night. Watching on my phone, damn autocorrect. I hate texting. I hate having to use that little keypad. Suddenly reminded of Goblin Slayer Abridged and the whole bit with Raoul the cow. I don't know about that. You know what's going to eventually happen? Dina's phone is suddenly going to make a moo 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 noise. No. Okay, let me think. Do I want to... I'm wondering if I need the original picture I used for reference. I guess I could show it to you guys at least. You might find that interesting. Is it in comic references or is it in that other folder? Oh, well, really quick, I can show you. This is the reference picture for the next, the panel I'm working on the next page. So yeah, I had to draw all that shit. And this half is finished. I still got to draw this, and I still have to draw the little people, but a lot of the people are going to be in the background, so they probably won't be heavily detailed. So hopefully it won't be too bad. But yeah, I got as far as drawing this, which was a big deal because that's a lot of detail. Whoops, I didn't mean to open it twice. Okay, so that's the other one's in that other folder, isn't it? Okay. It's going to take me a second. That works. It's somewhere in there. Reference? No, that's not it. Where's the stupid story? Maybe it's in storyboard frames. Images. Nope, that's not it. Come on, I've got one that's like storyboard reference or something like that. From back when I thought... Oh, there it is, storyboard. From back when I thought Cybercats was going to be animated and I was doing storyboards for it. I think I actually, this is about where as far as I got with the storyboards, so... I think it was actually a combination of two images. Where the freaking hell is it? There's one. So like the people are based on that. Well, actually, the guy with the cane is sort of based on this guy, pose-wise. And there's, oh, here's the other one. And then, God, that's a small image. But yeah, so this guy's based on this guy, and just the general outline of where everything is on here is sort of based on this picture, and different tracks, obviously, but yeah. So anyway. Damn auto... Oh, auto carrot. I didn't notice that he misspelled it. Cats versus cows, the RTS. Oh my god, you guys. Got a lot of arches to draw there, yeah. I wonder if I could... I keep procrastinating on working on the actual drawing, but I wonder if I could... I don't know if you guys would be able to see it very well. Oh, crap, I just lost my ruler. I'll find it later. Let me see. You guys probably aren't going to be able to... I should save this for the end of the stream, but... So here's... This is probably mirrored, so this is like the first panel. It's like people being confronted by cats. And here's the second panel with all those goddamn arches. I think it actually looks pretty good, to be honest, but it's got some work. And then I'm gonna have another fucking cityscape that's gonna show people, well, I should explain. This one shows like there's gonna be one biome in here and he's surrounded by cats. Like they're sort of taking over. And then this image is going to show people leaving the city. God, my nails look terrible. Sorry about that. Okay, let me go back to where I was. What was that? Let's Play is what that was called. No, that's not it. Art stream. Well, obviously. Last time I saw that many arches, I was looking at all 13 seasons of FX on Hulu. Like how there was a ridiculous hidden cow level in one of the Diablo games. I remember there was a cow in the beginning and end of Earthworm Jim. Is the city where the Cybercats live. Biomens are what humans are called after they evolve. These are biomens. It's supposed to be like short for biomechanical human, but it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't. Yeah, it's kind of a dumb name, but it's what one of my earlier writers came up with, and it just sort of stuck. But I don't think it actually gets mentioned in the story. Cow emoji. All right. The password to Cybercat City is pss, 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 pss. I actually don't understand why people call cats that way. Because that's not a sound cats make, so why do people go to that? But I've never felt the need to make that noise at a cat. It doesn't make sense to me, but I guess it must work if a lot of people do it, so. So what should I do here? I guess I ought to start with... Do I start with the people or the background? Okay, so here's where this one starts. Well, I think I want to... I think it'd be a good idea to have some shade variation, but do I want it to get darker towards the horizon or lighter? I guess it'd be better if it got lighter towards the horizon, because that's what the sky does. Excuse me. So... let me do that really quick. This is the kind of basic shit that I usually try to do on my own before the stream, but I didn't get around to it this time. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Gives a little bit of depth, and I'll do the same for the grass. Oh, whoops, that doesn't look right. Oh, okay, that's backwards. There we go. Is that really enough to be noticeable, though? Why is it not letting me go back? There we go. That seems too light. Here, I'll cheat a little bit. I'd like it to be a little lighter just at the top. What do I need? Paintbrush. Bigger than that. Do I want 3 or 500? Yeah, 500 is good. Let's see how that looks. Eh, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can always tweak the color later on. Biomech. That would work too. But I wanted it to have like human in the title. I wasn't even the one that came up with that. Which writer came up with that? Not that you guys would know anyway, but know who I was talking about anyway. But Hi, Living Corpse. I agree. Why use when what? I don't get it. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by, D. Gilvids. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if these footprints were made by a race of super evolved cybernetic cats? Now you're just being silly. Hurry up, I'm rusting here. So I will come back to the dirt and grass later. I think I'm just gonna work on coloring these guys for now, and I'll come back. There's gotta be, I'm sure there's a good way to add some kind of texture to this dirt. I'm just not sure how to do it. Actually, you know, maybe I need those reference images after all, or at least that one. Well, granted this is very low res, but I don't see much in the way of like, it's a fairly flat color. Well, now that I'm zooming in, I can see some variation. I'm not sure what to do there. That might be something to do like off the stream. I'll like play with it and see what works. Which one of these guys should I do first? I guess I'll do this guy, and do I want him to be like chrome like Falcor? I don't think I do. I think I'll keep him kind of grayish. Oh, actually, let me deselect the non-silver parts of him. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change top chat to live chat, so let me do that. Fortunately, I'm not super behind on chat, so. It's a reference to a joke about a fake German way to call a cat. Oh, that's funny. It's about how Germans are too aggressive to use something cute like pss, 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 to call a cat. Oh, okay. That's pretty funny now that I know the. What made those prints in the photo an ostrich? I assume so. They look like dinosaur prints to me, so I don't know if this is just like something staged or if it's actually like maybe an ostrich or something. Hi, Jackie. I saw Garfield, the new movie, and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. They were fine. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that was my take on Frozen Empire. It was fine. Oh, that was dumb. I guess that was there for a reason. Never mind. This dude has Raymond hair. Fortunately, I'm not super behind on chat. Rubs hands together. We'll see about that. Evil British cackle. Oh, hi Artie. I don't remember if I saw you before. I think I did, actually. Beetlejuice is literally releasing on my birthday, so I want to go see it. Oh, that's cool. I have mixed feelings about that one. The trailer, I mean, it looks fun and everything, but it looks like it maybe goes a little too hard on references to the first movie, but hopefully, you know, the trailer just focused on that and the movie itself will be better. I'm still going to see it because I really want to see where they go with it. I think I'm going to keep the highlights and shadings on this guy all shades of gray, so he's not quite chrome. He's more pewter. I believe Deadpool comes out next weekend, so I'm looking forward to that one. Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Well, first of all, I need my pen, and another thing is I should make sure my pen pressure is working. Oh. It is good. Yeah, I don't need to. What was I gonna say? I don't need to spend too much time on details here since this guy's sort of small on the page. It's not like that big portrait I did of Falcor. Boy, there's someone I'm not looking forward to drawing. There's only a couple panels where his wings are in the shot though, so for this issue it shouldn't be too bad. If I do more issues later on, he's going to be a huge pain in the ass. When you have to like squint to make sense out of your own line work. Actually, there ought to be some shading here anyway because of the cape. In fact, let's just shade that whole bit. Let me actually finish up with this color before I switch to another one. I'm also thinking maybe I should change the color of his kilt there. That should all be dark actually because of the cape. Because I don't like that it's... I think originally I wanted it to be white. I don't know, if I make it white maybe it'll pop enough, but it's a little too close to the color of his skin. Oh, my hand's cramping up. That sucks. Let me try to at least get through this part. I'm trying to show like progression in society through the change in clothes. So like these guys are dressed vaguely Egyptian. And that kind of leads up to... Yikes. Somebody upstairs dropped something. What was I saying? Ah! That leads up to like Falcor's time period, and he's Fuck, I keep... You know what? Fix it in post. There we go. Leads up to Falcor's time period where his wardrobe is a little more like medieval. That didn't seem right. Mouse for that. That's just a straight line. How do I do that? Control? No. There we go. Shift. Oh, that's too thick of a line though. That's a little better, I think. I think that'll do. Oh yeah, his face too, huh? Just kind of covered by marching ants. It's a little hard to see the details. I don't like to zoom in this far, but what did I have that to? Like 20 something, probably 24. Here, let me go back to the pen. Oops. Does he really need any, like... I don't think he needs any shading there, really. Deselect that for a second. Oops. That's looking pretty good. Like, let me zoom a little out a little further so I can get a better idea. Yeah. This guy's pretty small on the page. We'll add a little more to the shading, but not too much. And I think the highlight's just going to be like white, and that's it. My impression of Garfield will forever be tainted because of both the horrible movie with Bill Murray and the video from Eye Patch Wolf. Yeah, that was fun how he went into that weird Garfield stuff on the internet. Resident Evil 2 Leon hair. It's more like Raziel, actually, from the opening of Soul Reaver. Yeah, I see the Leon too. Actually, This guy's hair looks a little more like Leon's, probably. There's a ponytail there. It's a little hard to see. So when you get done with the drawing and shading of the comic... Oh, hi, Madam Glitch. I didn't see you before. So when you get done with the drawing and shading of the comic, are you going to sell copies of it? I'm just going to put it online because what happened with this comic was that I had a writer for a while, and I don't know, I just kind of lost touch with him, and I tried to get in touch with him again, and he never responded. So I don't have a writer. But he did write the first issue, so this is just me trying to get that first issue done so I can say I did something with it. Maybe someday I'll get another writer, but for now I'm just focusing on getting out issue number 1. And since I only have this one issue, I'm just going to put it online so people can read it. What kind of creature made those footprints? Ada! Because I would throw money at you for a copy of this. I mean, you know... Maybe if, like, there's a demand at all for physical copies, I could maybe make, like, a few. I'll think about it. That's a ways off. Because I'm working on, as far as drawing, I'm working on page 6. And it might be, like, 100 pages, I don't know. Apparently guys on set were getting really emotional seeing Hugh Jackman in a variation on the classic costume. Oh, that's awesome. One of the positive effects of everyone becoming a cybernetic is that they all seem to be pretty buff as a result. Yeah. Oh. Well, if you're going to be synthetic, you may as well be hot. Cybernetics may devour your soul, but apparently they're great for your abs. There we go. Iron abs are love. Abs are life. Oh, you're saying special iron. I thought you were saying iron abs. A real metallic six-pack. I think Pyramid Head just knocked James and the fence off your roof. What? Real F it, we'll do it live energy here. Are you talking about when I kept, like, that made me so mad in the moment when I, like, slipped while shading. I think it was this spot. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll just hit, you know, Controls D and do it over. And I ended up doing it over the exact same way. And I was like, fuck it. I'm sure that was funny. His hands stand out a good deal more already. Cool. My favorite bit about Minoan fashion is how ridiculous Minoan women looked in dresses that go up to just under the bust that won't cover a damn thing. Oh yeah, apparently Egyptian dresses were like that. They were just like tits out all the time. I feel we don't give the marching ants enough appreciation given the valuable service they provide. Fair. The marching ants are doing their best to help with the art. Yeah, showing breasts was very fashionable for girls in that culture. Yeah, I obviously didn't go fully Egyptian when doing the women here. I actually based these off of like costumes, like cheap Egyptian costumes I found online, and I just kind of made them look a little better. I just wanted to kind of, you know, evoke Egyptian. I didn't want to like necessarily go all the way with it. Like an if you know kind of thing. I obviously didn't go all the way with like the collar of jewelry, you know. Then again, it's possible only royalty had those anyway. Not tons of gold and all the stuff we're used to seeing when it comes to Egyptian costumes. Kind of toned it down a little bit. I feel, oh, I already read that. This pic features the 2 surviving members of the Leon S. Kennedy Appreciation Society. I guess I like this hairstyle because I basically gave it to both of them, didn't I? Except this guy has a ponytail. I think I was going for an anime vibe with this guy and his hair. I feel like some anime character has that hair from an anime I like. I'm trying to think. Might be Please Save My Earth that I'm thinking of. If anyone has seen that, it's a little obscure. It's more Ark Thompson hair, but I don't blame people for not seeing it because how many people realistically played Resident Evil Survivor? Yeah, I sure didn't. Either way, I'm looking forward to reading it. Cool. Even if I'm already reading it as it goes along. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be like a different experience, you know, going through it when it's all done. So hyped for the Ranma remake. I don't know if I am. Like, it looks really good, but it's also kind of almost a shot-for-shot remake of the original. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of those. It does look really good, though. So I don't know. I'm on the fence, I guess. The hospital part of Silent Hill 2, you go on the roof and Pyramid Head knocks you off and a piece of the fence. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what it has to do with this drawing or whatever we were talking about. Women used to be just tits out all the time. Where did fashion go wrong? Oh, referring to the noise through your ceiling. Thank you. That's the thing, you know, sometimes I read these comments like several minutes after they were made and I don't get the full, you know, context. No wonder Egyptian men were really into tall, pointy monuments. Oh my god. Ranma 1/2 was one of my favorite anime series along with Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and Sonic X. It was one of mine too. I liked everything by Rumiko Takahashi. Meizani Koku was the one that really stuck with me. Apparently there's a Kickstarter for a Soul Reaver prequel. Interesting. Prequel could work, maybe. And Tony J's passing wouldn't interfere with that because there wouldn't be a character for him to voice. To their credit, Egyptians didn't get hung up on nudity like we do. Yeah, I know. Different culture and all that. Remember, kids, you can show people be brutalized, but you can't show a nipple. Oh, I know. Oh, but it's a comic and not a game. Okay, I love how David Kaye could voice both Beast Wars Megatron and Akani's goofy dad in Ranma. I don't remember who originally voiced him in the dub. Was that him? I don't remember. I don't remember who was... Oh, here we go, my favorite song. Turn up the speaker a little bit. Hi, Silent Evil. Resident Evil Survivor is bad, but also at the same time great. How do I want to do this? I'll just make it... best villain theme song since One Winged Angel. I think I say that every time, but I will die on that hill. Going a step further than I need to with this, but oh, excuse me. I want to make sure this guy looks very metallic. Not quite as metallic as Falcor, though, hence why I'm not going with chrome. want him to be outshined, as it were, before he ever shows up. Looks kind of cool. I got to keep in mind that he's very small on the page, so I don't need to necessarily worry so much about things being blended perfectly, because like lines that look too sharp will probably not, you know, once you zoom out, probably work. If it doesn't, I can always fix it, of course. Trust the process and all that. Ugh. Hand's hurting a little bit, but I want to finish with this color. I had the soundtrack to this. I don't know if I've said this before, but I had the soundtrack to this, and as soon as that song ended, I would hit back and listen to it a second time. Yeah, I shaded that part already. Again for that part. That doesn't look right. What'd I do there? Not sure if that's quite right, but whatever. I'll just leave it. Where's the stupid smudge? There it is. Okay. Oh, let me just do those little straight lines with the mouse. Probably want it smaller than that. Looks pretty good, I think. I don't like that one, actually. Whoops. I made a slight curve in his leg. Finding that out the hard way. What if I don't think this is gonna look good. actually that looks all right, but let me go back and make that line a little thinner. There we go. I may have made it a little too thin, actually. It's, I don't know. I try not to let the details get smaller than the lines, if that makes any sense. Oh, I forgot about his face. Again. Oh. I'm actually using the mouse for this. And oops, I have nothing selected. What am I doing? Excuse me. Hey, there we go. Oh, wait. One more little thing. Actually, I'm going to leave that alone. Again, he's zoomed out. It's not even going to be that big on the screen. Yeah, I feel like I made that line a little too thin. So I'm not sure what to do about that. Oh well. Turn my volume back down a little. Go Atone, you may have got your ass handed to you 3 times in a row, but you were still awesome, indeed. Kevin Conroy was such a talented voice actor, he could make Batman and Bruce sound different from each other, yep. David Kay voiced Nintendo for the entire show. Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember who did him. I figured it must have been him, since that was what you were saying. What it sounded like you were saying, whatever. You ain't never gonna out metallic me, just check out these reflective pecs. Sheen, my eyes. Falcor could defeat his enemies just by standing opposite the sun on a hot day. Honestly, if he was shiny enough, Falcor could risk blinding himself if it was sunny enough. 2004 Doctor Doom would be able to fit in with the Biomen with no issue. Yeah. Yeah, Falcor's Biomen form does actually, in it, kind of remind me of Doctor Doom in some ways, because he's like all metal and he's wearing, you know, a medieval looking tunic. Different color scheme, but considering that his thing was that he was slowly becoming biomechanical over the course of the film. Oh, a movie version of him, I thought you meant. I was thinking the comics. I don't know what he looked like in any of the movies. Oh, the chat is mostly 2 people at the moment, isn't it? Thank you, Special Iron. All right. I guess I'll just go white with the highlights. Sometimes, you know, they say you shouldn't use white for highlights. You should use like select, reselect, but I gotta make sure these guys, oh, I forgot about this spot. Well, there wouldn't have been any shading there anyway. I want these guys to really pop, so you know what? I think I'm gonna do the face first. That's too much detail there. There we go. Let's have maybe fewer highlights when I get close to where the shadow is. Actually highlight this area. I kind of like that. His fingers could use a little more attention. They kind of got lost in the shading a little bit, I think. Probably doesn't need so many stark highlights on his lower body, I guess. The sun's not going to be hitting that as much. Once again, I need the mouse. Actually, wait a second. No, I'm going to leave. I'm trying to think if I should highlight this. I think I will. It'll kind of make it stand out against the cane a little more. I said I wasn't going to use stark highlights on his lower body, and I did anyway. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, there's Payet's theme song. Love that guy. Oh, thank you, Special Iron, for research into anti-glare vision. All right. This guy should be done now. Let's see if I missed anything. Or, well, I mean, his skin is done, not his clothing. That's... Felt like that highlight needed to be softer, and I guess I'll make this one softer too while I'm at it. Okay, let's see now. Yeah, he's looking pretty good, I think. There's another highlight that could maybe be a little bit softer. Probably being a little overly picky here, but also that was bugging me. That was a little too stark. Let's Probably going to be about that big on the page. I don't know how, like... That's probably the maximum right there, how big he'd be. I plan on hosting this on one of those comic book websites, but I haven't been to those too much. I remember that the wolves in the Dark Tower were revealed to have been based on Doctor Doom. Oh, yeah! That's right. I remember them having armor and they wore like green capes over it. I don't remember if they had tunics or not. Hey, Zoe. There it is. Thanks again, Special Iron. Paused for a minute there, look at the dancing Pusheen. Since you're making a sci-fi comic, just letting you know, anything on the electromagnetic spectrum can be turned into an energy weapon. Light equals laser, obviously, but also microwaves equal maser? By the end of the first movie with Chris Evans as the Human Torch, I didn't know Chris Evans played the Human Torch. That's funny. I didn't know he played any comic book character before Captain America. It shows how little I know. How little I follow those movies. Anyway, Doom basically was a bioman, a fully metallic humanoid figure, except without the boy band hair. Are you saying my characters have boy band hair? Whatever, it's fine. Maybe their eyes have developed to the point where they can filter out some light so they don't keep blinding each other with their shininess. There you go. Even sound can be turned into a thin beam like a laser. It's called a phaser. Interesting. I've never heard of this. Built-in sun filters would be a must-have. That actually would be a good evolutionary... yeah, that would be a good bit of evolution there. I'm blanking on how to word that, but anyway. At one point, the sun was a deadly laser. You can't tell me what to do, Pasadena. Oh, hi, Sticks. That is kind of how my coloring is sometimes. I'll be like, I don't think this is what I intended when I inked this, but I'm doing it this way anyway. You just know these guys like to occasionally stand in front of a mirror and just grind. Oh, only 11 people? Oh, that's... yeah, I guess I don't have that many viewers this time. Oh, well. Is that why it's called a phaser then? Because it slightly resembles a mobile device? Oh my god. I think I'll go ahead and finish this guy, or... yeah, I think I'll go ahead and finish this guy. His stuff is on like 3 different layers, but I'll just go through and... oh, wait a minute. I gotta finish his skin, don't I? Excuse me, geez. Let me just... yeah, of course it's only on the face. Ah, sorry about the burping. So, I guess I'm imagining this as being sort of a dark gold, but not like a metallic gold, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to use some kind of like strong shading and highlights, but I'm not going to like necessarily go out of my way to make it look metallic. I say it every time, but every time I hear this song, it just reminds me of how disappointed I was in Panzer Dragoon Saga's ending. I'm sorry, I loved the game, but that ending was just unsatisfying, man. They had such a good story going, and then they ended on like, well, maybe he lived and maybe he died. Who knows? Thanks, game. And I don't think I'll add a highlight color. I think I usually, with Falcor, I think I usually don't. So I'll keep that going with this guy. Bring back some of the lighter color on his eyelid. Nope, that's not a lighter color. What happened to the stray play? I think I mentioned this last time. I got really stuck on that area that I was at, and I just haven't gotten around to trying to beat it again yet. Let me just blend that a tiny bit, because I don't like that stark line. I want to like to soften it just a little. One of these days I might try to beat the level just like off screen so I can just kind of do it figure it out in my own time. And I'll continue from there. I like this guy. I think he looks kind of cute. I could put a little highlight on his lip, but he's so far away. This is the thing about drawing, doing the line work traditionally and then coloring in Photoshop. It's always really tempting to zoom in and put a ton of detail in the shading and stuff, but it's kind of like, it makes it kind of like inconsistent, you know what I mean? Hopefully that made some kind of sense. Alright, time to do his hair. Is that, oh no, that's an earlobe. I was thinking that was supposed to be his hair and I colored it wrong, but no, I think that's correct. This Cyber Evolution is kind of reminding me of the Ultraman characters. Ultraman, yeah, I know what that is. They evolved to be partially solid light beings after their artificial sun malfunction. They also have some cybernetics. That's interesting. So fleshy gold or body paint gold, I guess. I don't know. Not all endings can be good endings. Well, of course not. An ending can be, you know, can be happy or sad or whatever, but it needs to be satisfying. If it's unsatisfying, then it's not, you know, it's not good in the sense of being well written, I guess. The last thing we see is Azel hawing off into the sunset or something like that. It's something like that. Waving her Stetson over her head. I love that mental image. I want to draw that now. I like hats, but it's hard to find hats that fit my head. Can't get that image of Azel wearing a cowboy hat out of my head. I know, it's weirdly appealing, isn't it? Shocking how rubbery that man's actual face is, referring to Robert Llewellyn. I'm kind of skimming over some of the comments. For real life history fact, masers were discovered before lasers. Maser 1953, laser 1960. Interesting. I bet DNA was Llewellyn's favorite because he could act sans prosthetics. Yeah, I'm sure he loves any episode where he doesn't have to wear makeup for all of it. The director's cut ending of The Butterfly Effect breaks me. I know why it's so morose, but damn. I've never seen that, but I know the kind of thing you mean. I don't know how many of you saw the miniseries Midnight Mass, but I rewatched it last Halloween and I kind of regretted it because I'd forgotten just how freaking, like, depressing the ending was. I was like, why did I watch this? Oh my god. You know what? I just noticed a spot that I forgot to fix. A line I forgot to soften. Yeah, when something has that kind of ending, I'm usually good with only watching it once. Like, I appreciate it, you know, in an artistic sense, but yeah. Microwave weapons research directly led, albeit accidentally, to the microwave oven. You guys are like reminding me of the fact that last week the power went out and we had nothing to do, so we watched Oppenheimer on the laptop until the laptop died. And Oppenheimer's a really good movie, by the way. When it started, I was worried it was going to be too up its own ass, but it really isn't, at least not for me. So anybody who hasn't seen Oppenheimer, I recommend it. First it was Beat Saber Sheba, next it will be Azel, Stetson Azel. I sometimes wonder if I'm being a bad influence here. Well, the thing about Stetson Azel is I would have to draw it from scratch, and with Beat Saber Sheba, all I had to do is change some colors in the original drawing that I had already done, so. Yep, guy walked by a machine and noticed his chocolate bar melted. He then tried it with popcorn. The rest is history. Interesting. Tried watching it, but I stopped with the animal genocide. I don't remember that. Actually, I'm not sure if you're talking about Oppenheimer or you're probably talking about a Midnight Mass where all the cats died. I hate that visual. And then a dog dies. Oh, yeah. That stuff's really hard to watch. I only realized that he had a ponytail when you fixed that part. Yeah. Also, I cannot watch Pet Sematary anymore since I'm an aunt now. Ah, yeah. High noon Azel with one hand near the butt of her 6-shooter. Still need to do a double feature of The Wind Rises and Oppenheimer. I don't know what The Wind Rises is. I assume it's a similar type of story. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. Actually, Azelle would have trouble fitting a Stetson over that weird hair of hers. Good point. It would have to kind of sit on top. Unless maybe we cheated and altered her hair a little bit so it would lay a little more flat. The Wind Rises was Hayao Miyazaki's last movie before he decided to unretire again. Obligatory chair comment. The double standard we have regarding animals is highlighted by Independence Day. LA gets blown up, but at least Boomer will live. Yeah. To be fair, at least when it comes to Midnight Mass, animal deaths are the first thing you see in the movie that's horrible. So, you know, it starts with that. And, you know, I feel like that helps to explain it a little bit for that case anyway. You know, I could go a lot darker with that shading, actually. I don't know if I want this to look like a natural blonde color or like more yellow, but blonde hair doesn't have as much yellow in it as you would think. There's a little yellow, but it's mostly like brown and white. This guy's kind of pretty. I'd hit it. Maybe I just want to go with straight white for the highlights again. Maybe not quite. All right. Oh yeah, I still got to do his cape, don't I? Well, I haven't even gotten to his clothes yet, so yeah. I forgot, I haven't actually done any of his clothes. I'm not sure how I feel about that highlight. I think I overdid it a little. There. Boomer had a contract that the writers must not kill him off in a movie he's in. There's a slight chance, however unlikely, that I might be making it up. However, you know what, that reminds me of how in, I don't know how many of you have seen The Meg, but we see this little dog jump into the water and he's swimming along, and And then you see the shark coming at him, and then he turns around and swims the other way. It's cute. You assume the dog dies, but then the dog just shows up later swimming along, and Jason Statham, is that his name? He just does a double take. And it almost feels like it's making fun of that trope that you're not allowed to kill off the animals. I don't know, I just thought that was really funny. I decided to start cooking with Dina. Good for you, Artie. I like how the shadowing works on the side of his face. Thank you. Azel is one of the main characters in Panzer Dragoon Saga. I did a playthrough of that a while back. I streamed it. She's not one of my characters, if that was the implication you got. They basically have maser tanks. They are definition of glass cannon. Can hurt kaiju, but can't take a single hit or they blow up. Interesting. Yeah. Special Iron already explained it. Oh yeah, she is possibly a cyborg or something. Or possibly an android. They don't really explain it. It's like that dog that keeps inexplicably showing up in the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean films. I don't remember that. I haven't seen those movies in a while. I didn't like the second one, and I ended up not watching any of the ones after it, even though I really liked the first. It's tricky trying to discern who's a character in this universe and who's a character in games Tina played. I guess it would be. According to Does the Dog Die? The dog lives in the Meg 2 also. That's funny. Is it the same dog? That'd be even funnier. Probably not. They also named that dog Pippin after the dog in Jaws who dies, so that's funny too, to me. Terminator 2 handles dog death the right way off screen, yeah. Dina did a playthrough of the game a couple of years ago. A deathless run, no less. Oh, that's right, I probably didn't die. I rarely ever die while playing Panzer Dragoon Saga. And it's not because I'm very good, it's because the game's just that easy. Just letting you all know, yes, the dog in Godzilla -1 survived. Good to know. Snoopy has yet to die in any Peanuts film I've seen him in. T-Rex eats a dog in the Lost World, but we don't see it. Just implied. Yeah, I didn't like that. The T-Rex does look sort of funny, though, with the dog house hanging off of his face for a second. I did feel sorry for that dog, though. Okay, where am I? Oh, close. I'm probably only going to get as far as coloring these 2 guys, to be honest. Maybe I'll do the rest off screen. Because I'm honestly not sure exactly how I'm going to do this background. It might take some fiddling. There's a lot of, like, flying by the seat of my pants and throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks with this project. I always meant to like really bone up on my art skills before I started Cybercats, but in the end I realized I was just putting it off indefinitely and it was never going to get done, so. Decided to stop letting perfect be the enemy of good and just fucking do it. Oops, I colored over the... I'll come back to that and fix it. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Oops, well, I'm dumb. I forgot to deselect all the other clothing and such. That was very dumb of me. I don't want to do this. Alt, I guess. But it's not going to let me select. Oh, it did let. Oh, okay. I guess it's at the. Well. No. It selected this leg, but not this leg. It will not select that leg. What the fuck? Or deselect, rather. Fucking hell. Oh, you know what? I'm being dumb. The leg is selected, the clothing is not. Okay, I get it now. Why I had this music stuck in my head earlier for some reason. I'm trying to think of which side of this should be shaded, which should be highlighted. Well, I've already got shading here, so I guess I'll continue that. I guess I'm using my mouse for all of this, aren't I? Oh well, it seems to be working. Be gone, marching ants. I think that looks pretty good, and I forgot to unselect that part. Well, whatever. I'll fix it when I get to that part. Something nasty did seem to befall that cat in the locker in the first Silent Hill game. However, yeah, I know. It looked like it exploded or something. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say there, Artie. I don't know if there's autocorrect going on or what, but I get that you're talking about Godzilla -1, but Blonde Leon's Cape of Awesome. To be fair, Godzilla -1 is such a depressing film. It would have felt mean-spirited to kill the dog. There is such a thing as too much misery porn, and it becomes this movie hates you. I like that. This movie hates you. I feel that way about the Silent Hill movie. And that's not a joke about how I don't like the movie. It's just more like they have like just too many bad things happening to Alessa, and too much of it is shown, and it feels a little too mean-spirited after a point. My literature professor used to say perfectionism is just another face of procrastination. Oh, I like that. Speaking of dog death, there's Halloween. He got hungry, and the dog at Annie's babysitting job did get killed being a good boy, trying to warn them. I know, poor Lester. He was a good boy. The dogs in Signs do not survive. I have not seen Signs. The shark from Jaws didn't survive either. Upsetting, I know. Peter eventually ended up regretting writing the book with how it demonized sharks. Yeah, it's crazy how that caught on. I remember hearing a lecture on sharks at my local Sea Life Center years ago. Apparently more people die in toaster-related incidents than shark-related ones. That's interesting. It's kind of like how piranhas aren't even close to as vicious as they're depicted. Unless they're starving, they tend to avoid people. Interesting. Sometimes you're just hangry enough to eat a woofer. That made me laugh more than it should have. I like the way Blue Shirt Leon's crotch is blacked out, and by like I mean appreciate. Yeah. I wasn't trying to get fan servicey there. I just figured, you know, that's how a guy tends to crouch. And even though I imagine he's wearing underwear under there, I didn't want to do like a panty shot or anything either, so I just heavily shaded that area. The master tanks have been in more Godzilla movies than... Oh, Maser tanks. More Godzilla movies than Mechagodzilla, Rodan. Please bring them back to Toho. They are cool. Haven't seen enough Godzilla movies to know about that. Propaganda from Big Shark LLC. Damn, making fan service? Sign me up. Okay, so I need to fix these gold parts where I went over it. Think. Ah, pain in the ass. That's actually not that hard to fix, but still. Don't like having to do it. Oh, that one too. Shit. Since there's 3 panels and a lot of people on the page overall, I tried to like condense the amount of layers I created by putting like all the clothes for each panel on one layer, for example. And it's kind of coming back to bite me a little bit. It works fine, I just have to remember to select a color before shading it rather than just selecting the layer. Ooh, it's the final boss music. I sure didn't get that far when I was trying to play Castlevania Bloodlines on the stream. Gonna do that and then that, and I'll blend it a little bit because I should have used a softer brush. There we go. I guess I'll do the same thing. Oops, what am I doing? Oh, I had smudge selected. I'll do the same thing here. Oh, too big. dark highlights here, but I won't go so hard on the highlights for this part. I think I saw hearts, thank you. Ah. I'm not putting too much gold on this guy. I don't want him to look like royalty or anything. I just want him to look cool. Oh wait, I forgot. There's also gold down here. It does kind of look like he's directing the other guy, so maybe he is some sort of leader. I guess that's fine. I got the dad bod you could use for reference, and I'm not even a dad. Hopefully it's those large white shorts with red hearts or spots on them under that shirt. I think the furthest we got was the Palace of Versailles during Bloodlines playthrough. That sounds about right. Was it the giant moth that turns into a lady? Or the lady who, no, it's a lady who turns into a moth. What am I thinking? I feel like I stopped after that boss. Humanity as we know it may be over, but ridiculous looking undies are forever. Hi, John. That cane he has is so he can walk up to Blue Shirt and rap it repeatedly on his head while saying, hello, hello, anybody? Think, Blue Shirt guy, think. Hi, Flash. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. You may not like it, but cyber abs is what peak fitness looks like. It's particularly funny when cartoon animals are revealed to be wearing them under their fur, which they get blown up, for instance. How long until Dina catches up to me in the chat? Well, I just did. Canes and walking sticks would be purely fashion accessories when you're a cyborg, since nobody would willingly commission a cyber body with a limp. Yeah, good point. Well, I mean, they aren't, like, made. They just have metallic skin. They're still organic underneath. They probably have metal skeletons, though. Paige is looking good, thank you. I spammed my hearts in San Francisco. I'm not going to sing that. There can only be one culprit, Special Iron. Oh, John did it this time. Honestly, the chat catch-up isn't too bad this stream because few people are here today. Yeah, for better or for worse. I see hearts. I typed that before I found where you were in the comments. I usually seem to join when you're quite far up. Yeah. They're all Wolverine's descendants. There you go. The cape is looking nice. Thank you. Now Flash is giving hearts. Hashtag I see hearts. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like this guy looks a little more like royalty than I intended, but I guess it's fine. They're just supposed to be two random guys looking at tracks, but oh well, whatever. There doesn't need to be a whole lot of backstory in this panel. These two guys that you're just going to see in this one panel and never again. Okay, music. Excuse me. Yeah, once again, I think I'm going to put off echo music just because I feel like I've heard it a little too much. Excuse me again, goddamn. We'll go to Batman for the NES, which might have my favorite soundtrack of any NES game. Maybe. Hearts for everyone. It isn't even Valentine's Day. They look like hearts to you. Oh my god. Looks like he's telling Blue Shirt not to touch the tracks or look at him. Oh, thank you, Living Corpse. Oh my god, you can cut cheese and meat on those abs. Sounds like I need a glass of water. Oh, because of the hiccuping? I don't know if that would help with that. Oh, I didn't realize we could thumb up the... I only just learned that you can click a little thumbs up button on donations. That's interesting. Or super chats, I should say. My condolences for the lack of echo music. We've had the cow puns, now we get the heart puns. There were hearts here, they're gone now. Abs, they look like abs to you? God damn it. Live with it, or love with it, whichever works. I'm almost done with this guy, just gotta color his, whoops. His tunic and... What color do I want it to be? Maybe, I guess maybe... I could make it a warmer color. Maybe I should just try making it white and see how it goes. Let's make sure I save before I do this, I guess. Yeah, I could go back if I needed to. Using the mouse again, because why the hell not? But oh well. What am I doing? I just won't go too dark with the shading so you can tell it's supposed to be white, and hopefully it'll stand out enough. Now I gotta switch to the pen because I need to add some shading. Thanks for the hearts. I see them at the corner of my eye. Back up here and see if could make it gold like his belt, and I think originally I wanted this to be a contrasting color, but I don't want too much green and red. It'll look like a hobbit. I don't know, what does everyone think of the white kilt? Should I make that a different color? I don't want to make it the same color as the cape, that'd be too matchy-matchy. If only we could avoid copyright and get Silent Hill music. I know. abs. What's going on with those abs? They're made of steel. Literal abs of steel. Equally living / loving kind of guy. Maybe blonde guy is a baron or a duke or something local nobility-wise. Yeah, that works. I was actually just about to listen to a Silent Hill track. That would make sense. Blue shirt is clearly thinking, I'm really doing all the work here, aren't I? Guy at entrance to Emerald City. Who spammed those hearts? Who spammed those hearts? I had to remember how he said it. The energy weapons in Terminator's future war, not lasers, plasma, ionized gases, fourth state of matter, our sun and other stars are made of plasma. That's too techie for me, but I'll take your word on it. Oh, was there confetti at some point? Yeah, I forgot you could spam other things rather than hearts. Maybe saying to the other guy, you want muscles like these? Well, you'll have to work hard for them. Confetti is nice and all, but at the end of the day, someone's got to sweep that stuff up. That's my favorite thing about the end of Footloose, is like there's so much glitter being dumped on. I always wonder who has to clean that up the next day, and everyone going to be finding glitter, you know, finding glitter all over themselves. Like a week later, people still be getting glitter out of their hair. The new tradition these days, thanks for the hearts, I see them out of the corner of my eye. Maybe you could tone the kilt color down a bit. That's just me though. Tone it down a bit. How? Because it doesn't have any color to it. A whole lot of spamming going on. Maybe it's just me, but I feel the kilt is too similar color to his body. Yeah, exactly. That's my issue. That's the issue I'm having. You could maybe make it more distinctly a separate item of clothing. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I just don't know what color to make it. Maybe it could be a similar color or the same as his brown collar. I thought about that. I was worried about it being too matchy-matchy. Let me see. Tone the brightness down is what I should have said. Oh, I see what you mean. Red would make him look like a Christmas advert. Yeah. There's only so much you can do, and the other color is green, and it can't be blue because this guy's wearing blue. I'm thinking of going with brownish and see how that looks. But if I do that, I have to turn down the brightness because he's all white. Whoops, well, interesting. That caused a little error to show up that you couldn't see before. Interesting. I should have done that. I should have, crap. I should have used this color, although I think it's practically white anyway. I turned down the contrast and it just made the white brighter. What the fuck sense does that make? Let me start over. Okay, wait a minute. Let me try the other. Hue saturation. There we go. Lightness. Maybe that's... There we go. That's more what I meant to do. Now it looks even more like his skin color, but we're not done yet. Colorize. Is that a completely ugly color? I can't decide. Oop, that is. Actually, okay, that looks a little better. If I take that and add a highlight to it, let me kind of... This is the beauty of Photoshop. If I fucking colored with markers, I'd be screwed right now. Color balance, that's what I was looking for. I want this to be a little more yellow. Thinking of kind of a mustard color is what I'm imagining. It's just gonna probably kind of look like the same color as that, but oh well, I don't care. Again, I don't want to make it look metallic. I just want to add a little more. That's maybe a little bright. Maybe not bright, but saturated. So I don't have to re-add the shadow there. Oh, I can actually add a little more shading now. I didn't before because I was worried it was gonna blend in with his arm, but now that... Okay. Like that makes his skin color look a little dull now. I don't know. I'll leave it alone for now. Oh, I still got to do his shoes. I guess these cuffs will be a brown color too. I'll leave the black parts alone. Shut up, Jeff. I have the special cloak. That means you do what I say. Jeff. This guy's name is Steve or something. Blonde guy is saying, "Whoa there, cross your legs. I don't want to see your junk." It's okay, the artist just blocked them out. Oh yeah, sorry. Not brown, then orange. I feel like orange might have been too much. My dad did that on my birthday once. There were little stars and other bits that he had strewn over the table. We kept finding little stars around the floor for ages after. I've had that happen with glitter. It's basically Satan's dandruff. I don't know color theory well. That what would complement the colors already on him. Oh, I'm reading all the stuff that was posted before I colored it, so it's not glitter, it's ash. Confetti, it looks like confetti to you. In the future, we don't work out to get a better body, we work at slave wages to buy better ones. Goes well with the green, thank you. Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, this guy is wearing earth tones, isn't he? It's earth tones on a robo-looking dude. Metal Legolas. Thank you. If Legolas cut his hair short. No, he's got a ponytail. Nobody can see the ponytail but me, I guess. Oh well. This reminds me of a guy on a game show when asked to describe a sporran. It's that thing all covered in hair that hangs down between a Scotsman's legs. It still only counts as one. Highlights are looking good, thank you. Hi George. Good morning. And thank you. Everybody's saying it looks better. Thank you. Yeah, white was a bad choice. I had a feeling it might be. One thing I've always wanted to know, George, you are in the literally perfect position to answer. Do Australians call the rest of the world up over? Versus down under. Steve looks great right now. The Steve and Jeff show. Use the force, Luke. Make the grass bend to your will. In my observation, they use a word that rhymes with how you kick a football. I thought you didn't want blonde guy to be too shiny in the first place. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I want. Me caveman, me simplify. Robots, future, guns, shoot, mini stars. Okay. Steve is now Mr. Shiny. Food's ready, dinner with Dina time. Just making my back pop there. Okay, so I guess, I think I said this already, but I guess these, the little cuffs on his boots are gonna be brown as well. I'll go with the more, like, brown, if that makes any sense. Oh, originally it was going to match the staff. Well, maybe what I'll do, I'll just like... God, Batman on the NES had such a good soundtrack. It's another hill I'll die on. Okay, let's see. Let's see how that looks. Oh, interesting. I thought that was going to be... I was expecting that to look much darker. Oh. Well, now I feel like I should make the highlights on the shoes a lot darker. I'll keep that as the highlight color. I'm coloring with the mouse again. Oh well, whatever works. Does that look okay? Whoops. Ah, damn it. Stop. Get off of that. Okay. Anyway. Oh my god, it's nearly 3 o'clock and I'm not even finished with this guy yet. I imagine the other guy won't take too long, so maybe I'll try to finish. I'll go a little longer and try to finish the other guy too. Kind of annoyed with how little progress I made. That's so typical of these streams. I think I can add a little highlight at the top, and then that'll work. That'll be good, I think. Oh, we're up to Alien Crush now. I think that works. Welp, that sure didn't. Oh, there we go. I was clicking on the wrong spot. That needs to be way darker. There we go. Erase that little mistake there. Excuse me, damn. An artist is never happy, just satisfied. They're always the worst critic. That's so true. I don't know what the fuck I want. Welcome to the club, Dina. I know. That sums me up. I don't know what I want, but I sure as hell know what I don't want. That's what it comes down to, isn't it? It's like, I'm not getting the thing I don't want. That's good enough. Dina had a Heather moment there. Hell if I know. Oh yeah, she did say that, didn't she? Hell if I know. Reminds me of a comic with a woman and her cat. Cat, I want. Woman, what do you want? Cat, brief pause. I want. That's about right. It's a success? Yeah, I guess so. I think they look good, thank you. Hope to beat that Batman game someday. I feel like I've beaten it once. It might have involved a Game Genie, though. He wears boots, but does he wear socks? You know, I don't know. I never really thought about that. Gotta keep those metal feet warm. Another advantage would be a metal foot sweat in those boots. I guess they probably don't sweat. I'm not sure how that would work. Like, do they have pores? I can't imagine them having pores, so I guess not. Really random, but suddenly this image made me think of that meme where the girl's explaining something and the woman's just sat on the sofa giving her a blank look. I haven't seen that one, but I've seen similar ones. A minute away from lies, it's 6. Well, it's 3 for me. The point is I've been streaming for 2 hours and this is the time when I normally end, but I kind of want to finish the other guy first. Made one hell of a nice looking, well polished cyborg. Thank you. 11 p.m. here in the UK. I don't know what you're all talking about. My clock clearly states it's 11 p.m. and it's connected to the internet, so there. Mr. Shiny Steve, may I steal your fabulous shoes? Artist curse, I'm done. No, wait, I need to fix this. Okay, it's done now. No, wait, this can use some work. Okay, I released it. Oh, damn, it should have not released it. I just noticed a mistake. Yup. Steve Shiny Johnson. The other day I saw Sting, the recent Killer Spider movie. It's like Critters 3 meets Arachnophobia with plenty of gruesome scenes. So why my cinema screened it in the kids' auditorium, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll be skipping that one. No, wax you with the official important guy walking stick. Speaking of cats and wanting, do you think Sol and Tara know what they want? I think they know, I just don't always know. Usually if Tara's bugging me, she either just wants attention in general, or wet food, or cuddles. Soul wants either pets or food, usually. Jeff better steal them shoes for me if I can't. I used to be like that when I was still making videos. Damn it, I noticed something I could have fixed, improved after I already made it public. Yep, same. Love how we're latching onto glorified one panel extra so hard. That's where your brain goes sometimes. Barefoot? How dare suggest that? How will I keep my fabulous chrome so shiny if I'm walking in the mud? I want to finish this guy, Mortal Kombat announcer. Finish him. Has anyone seen the new Twisters film? I'm curious how it holds up to the original. I have not. I saw the original only once. It wasn't one of those movies I really got into. Who's holding the cane? You? No? Well, shut up and get back to work. Soul and Tara want their mommy. Yeah, pretty much. Spiders are terrors upon the world, yep. Better nuke them from space, it's the only way to be sure. Heard Twisters is a pointless sequel, but dumb fun, perfect summer flick. One of these guys gets overheated and releases it as steam, complete with old-time steam drain whistle. It's about on par with the first. Honestly, my voice is giving out, so I think once I'm caught up with the chat, I'll wrap up. I hate to stop before coloring the other guy, but it'll give me something to do next week while I still work on drawing page 6. So sorry to get your guys' hopes up and make you think I was going to stream for another hour, but I think I will not. In fact, I didn't like the original Twister much, so yeah, it didn't really stick with me. Like, I remember the trailer, I remember that shot with the cow, but I don't really remember too much of the rest of the movie. My robo-spine ain't feeling too good. Like the funnel on the Tin Man's head. You read my mind, I immediately thought of that. Toot toot. Decent story, good leads, great effects, that's cool. Never leave a man without his walking stick. Soul, I want food. Tara, I want attention. Pretty much. Now playing podcast, doing a Jan DeMont retrospective series because of the new Twisters movie. Listening to their Speed review shows has me wanting to watch Speed 1 and 2 again. That's cool. Perfect timing. I just ate it all and it was good. Oh, that's right, you were making food. It's always fun making dumb and witty observations about these pictures. It's also fun to see them come together, however. That's good. I don't remember either Speed movie that much. We have a cow. I did mention a cow, didn't I? It always comes back to the cows. Now we're back to the cows, yeah. I said that before reading your comment. Well, we all love the background characters. My Little Pony is the proof. That's true. Which one of these is the new Lyra? Oh, these guys are Lyra and Bon Bon. There you go. Are people also going to think they're a couple? And we all latched onto Velma looking for her glasses in that other panel. Oh yeah, I even colored her like Velma somewhat. As a nod to that. Speed 2 was lame, only Willem Dafoe was worthwhile. There really isn't much to remember of Twister. It's not a bad movie. It's competently made movie. It just has so few set pieces as opposed to other disaster movies. Flying Cow is one of the set pieces. That sounds about right, I guess. Panel looks really good, thank you. Shady cow. And all the Friends jokes we made about the group shot above this panel. Oh yeah! Well, yeah, let me back out all the way since maybe some of you haven't, I think everyone here is a regular, so you've all probably seen this before. But yeah, here's the whole page, most of it. Shiny Steve looks great. Success. Twisters has a similar scene with chickens that amused me. Oh, figures. I remember Twister. I liked the bit with the tornado. People ship all sorts of random people and things and then get angry for their delusions being ruined. Yeah. Only other set piece I remember of Twisters is the drive in the theater playing The Shining and Tornado tears up the screen on the Here's Johnny part. Oh yeah, I think I remember that a little bit. I haven't seen it. What's Up with That Kid? This is the first step of their evolution from turning from humans to these guys. His eyes start glowing and his hands get mechanical details on them. I'm about to end this stream, but let me still get to a longer theme song. There we go. Or theme song. You said, what's up with that kid? In my head, I heard it in Henry's voice in Silent Hill 4. Like, what's up with that kid? I think he said that line. That boy is baby Cyclops. He's about to laser his own head off. Oh yeah, how does Cyclops' eye beams react to a mirror? Do they bounce off the mirror? I never thought about that before. I don't recall if we've ever seen that, at least in the cartoon. I remember the cartoon better than I remember the comics. I remember Rimmer in the back of the group shot. Oh yeah, that guy does look a little like Rimmer. Okay, I'm officially naming the kid in the first panel Malcolm. Oh yeah, Lee thought he looked like Bobby Hill. I thought about giving him a blue shirt like Bobby Hill, but the background's blue, so that wouldn't have worked. The chickens get to live their dream of flying before they die. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I'm just imagining them going, finally! I just love hitting my enter button, trigger happy fingers I have. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I'm always hitting enter when I'm trying to hit shift. Fans. Oh, one character in my ship got together with someone else. I reject your canon. That reminds me of, God, everything's reminding me of something today. What am I, cup? That reminds me of Adam Savage saying, I reject your reality and substitute my own. Kid had a massive glow up then, yeah. I'm flying, mommy, I'm flying. Dies. What the hell? Okay. I am all caught up, so time to wrap up here. Oh, god damn it. Never mind. Cyclops' beams are concussive, so they crash, but canonically, it's whatever the writer wants them to do. I figured as much. I remember that mirrors reflected Superman's laser vision, at least in Superman 2 they did. Interesting. I'd like to see somebody who knows nothing about the My Little Pony background characters watch the season 5 episode Slice of Life and try to understand what's going on. Yeah. Writers have their own logic. To answer your question, I don't know if they do in-universe, but realistically they go through a mirror. Saw a science experiment where a high-power laser went through several mirrors like nothing. Thought I heard terror. I guess I imagined it. Then in Superman 3, the mirrors just crack. A literal go home Superman, you're drunk moment. Name the kid Splat? You thought, LOL, yeah. I remember a Garfield strip where he says, you live in your world, I'll live in mine. That works too. I can totally hear that in his voice too. You live in your world, I'll live in mine. Don't worry, Dino, your reading is almost over. Yeah, right. Cyclops' beams are force beams. They're not lasers. They're ridiculous punch beams from their punch dimension, or from the punch dimension. Glad we don't really have natural disasters in the UK. Twisters and earthquakes sound horrifying, yeah. I've experienced plenty of little earthquakes living in California. No serious ones, though. Those happen more in San Francisco. Cyclops' beams are not lasers. Okay. You all are getting a little too technical here. It was just a passing thought. I'm getting well actually to death. I'm gonna make coffee after this. Coffee sounds good, but now that I'm trying to lose weight, I cut coffee down to 1 cup a day because I always put sugar in it. That said, you know what? I do have some sugar-free syrup that has no calories in it. Oh, but I don't have any cream or anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I've been putting a protein shake in my coffee lately, and protein shake actually obviously has calories, so yeah, that wouldn't be too good. Never mind. One of the mirrors that survived exploded after the laser was turned off because of the heat. Cyclops was done dirty by the movies. Kind of by the TV show too, or the animated show. Cyclops is kind of a dick in the animated show. I'm rewatching it. After we finished watching X-Men '97, we went back and we're going back and watching the original animated series now. And yeah, I get now why people hated Cyclops. I didn't see it before. And he's Sonic the Hedgehog's buddy, so it's all cool. Oh, I know what you mean by done dirty, but like how they killed him off in the 3rd movie. Yeah, that sucked. I forgot about that. I thought you meant like just how they handled his character in general. Cyclops beams were a special effect, so there you go. I just deal with thunderstorms and hurricanes. Yeah. I remember a story about a lady getting picked up by a tornado, surviving and landing by a broken record of stormy weather. Oh my God, that sounds like a urban myth to me. Get EF1 tornadoes in the UK, they're just uncommon. Dina makes a comment about beams. Chat, let's get scientific. Yeah. There was a what if comment where Cyclops ends himself via mirror and the artist showed scorch marks on his head. Just means they didn't do their research. Sugar-free syrup now with 100% more Caner plastic? I feel like that's a typo, but I'm not sure what you were trying to say there. You guys act like you can just keep talking to keep me on here indefinitely, but you know I don't have to read your comments. I'm starting to skim them a little bit. Cyclops also murdered Xavier in the main continuity. I just have my black coffee like my soul. Over dramatic voice. My coffee black. I read that wrong, but yeah, I got the gist of it. Excuse me. I missed a chance to see a tornado years ago at work if I'd gone out on the roof at the time. Sorry, heartburn, I guess. Dina says anything. Chat, you shall remain here forever. Me here not knowing who Cyclops is, but still enjoying the conversation. We're talking about Cyclops from X-Men. Who was played by the same actor who was in the Sonic movie, so you at least know the actor who played him. I've only experienced dust devils, earthquakes, floods, and blizzards. X-Men movies were basically the Wolverine show. Yeah, but X-Men in general was kind of the Wolverine show at the time. Wow, rude. I'm not sure what you're reacting to there. Dina took a shortcut. Oh, is that me skimming over the comments? Well, deal with it. There are cyclones in Australia. Reminds me of the bit where Dorothy is watching the tornado out of her window and she sees the two guys rowing their boats and the old woman casually knitting. That was cute. Pretty good effect for its time, too. I am skimming it. They finally put Wolverine in the yellow and blue costume in the movie, yeah. Yeah, you do know James Marsden. I want to see snow so badly with how hot it is. It hasn't happened in Louisiana. Yeah, I plan on going to Mount Shasta in November. I'm hoping there'll be at least a little bit of snow. Not too much. I don't want us to have to drive through a snowstorm or anything, but there was snow there last time we went. It was really nice. Oh, you met James Marsden? That's cool. Dina reads chat, 98% completion run. Right, save yourself, it's never ending. Tell me about it. We haven't had it in a while. I've been here yet, so I'll start a quick flood conversation. What's your dinner tonight, Dina? I don't actually know. I'll probably have like turkey and lettuce in a keto tortilla. I don't think I'll be making dinner, so read all the chat and obtain a platinum trophy. Bye, Living Corpse. Thanks for stopping by. Oh yeah, he wasn't Enchanted too, wasn't he? Okay, I'm gonna wrap up now. Thanks for joining, everybody. I always appreciate when you come to my art streams. I always get fewer views here, but I appreciate those of you who do show up. That reminds me, it's winter here. Oh yeah! I should go see snow myself, just need to make the 90-minute drive to the nearest mountain. Keep telling yourself each comment is a final one. Alright, you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your weekend, and hopefully I'll see you next week. We keep planning to get haircuts, and it doesn't happen. So if we end up getting haircuts, I might not feel like streaming afterwards, but who knows. Panel's looking good. Thank you. Okay, everybody. How'd you turn this thing off then? End stream? I think that's how to do it. Okay, bye.